Good evening, Father David, Mrs. Turbyville, faculty, parents, and peers. My name is Amelia Ainsworth, and we are here today to celebrate the class of 2022 closing a chapter of their lives. To drivers on Northshore, all they may see is a beautiful cathedral at the top of a hill, but behind it are the walls that we grew up in. Many of the students in these front pews have attended Sacred Heart since preschool. And while some may have just joined us this year, we will all walk out as classmates and soon graduates. Although nobody in this class broke a world record, won the Olympics, or created Wi-Fi, the memory of my peers and I, through our truly unique experience, will not be forgotten. When I came to Sacred Heart in second grade, I had never attended the same school for more than a year before moving to a new city. So why should this school be any different? I've never been more relieved to be wrong. Sacred Heart has accepted me ever since I walked through the doors. The faculty and staff have always encouraged us to exceed expectations and try new things. In third grade, one of the most exciting events of the school year was a class trip to Wesley Woods. Before we got on the bus, our class went to morning mass, where my friends and I would be cantering, which means leading the congregation in musical worship. About halfway through the mass, I felt butterflies start to wander around my stomach, but I didn't know why. I was neither nervous nor excited. I shook off the feeling and focused on the task at hand. I turned to the microphone, opened my mouth to sing, but what came out wasn't a beautiful A flat, but a loud, sudden hiccup. Yes, I got the hiccups while cantering. A look of terror flashed across my face as I saw kids in the pews struggling to suppress their laughter. I tried to keep singing, but my hiccups were very determined to continue interrupting me. I remember Father Joe and my mom motioned actions like holding my breath and swallowing to help me be rid of my affliction, but nothing seemed to work. Soon the hiccups dwindled down and disappeared on their own, but I already felt defeated and embarrassed. Everyone else spared a few giggles on the subject, then forgot about it. But already a perfectionist at 8 years old, I was mortified. I thought I would never canter again after the tragedy that day. But when I got on the bus to leave for our field trip, Mrs. Young, my third grade teacher, came up to me and said, "Great job, Amelia." What may have been a passing comment to her meant the world to me. It meant that even when I thought I had failed miserably, from a different perspective, I had succeeded in every way that mattered. I might not have sang like an angel that day, but I learned a valuable lesson in determination and persistence. I have continued to sing in and out of school, most recently cantering at masses and a wedding last fall. I didn't give up, and I believe this to be a great example of the resilience exhibited by the class of 2022. Resilience is the process of adapting well in the face of adversity. This class has dealt with many challenges the past few semesters. Our entire middle school experience was flipped upside down in our 6th grade year. When we had finally gotten our bearings and adjusted to the new responsibility, quarantine began. Since then, we have had to adapt to our new school environment and learn to be grateful for the small things, like eating lunch with our friends, ending school 15 minutes early, and celebrating Mass with the entire school community. The class of 2022 has thrived in spite of the long list of challenges thrown our way. Among us, we have regional science fair winners, junior Olympians, and national spelling bee champions. Sacred Heart has taught us that there is no such thing as failure in God's eyes. You either succeed or learn. In my time here, I have seen my peers grow in faith, virtue, knowledge, and character. The teachers here truly live out the gospel every day and encourage us to do the same no matter what complications may present themselves. I'm grateful that I grew up within these walls and surrounded by such positivity and love. So on behalf of the class of 2022, thank you everyone at Sacred Heart Cathedral School who has shaped us into the young men and women you see today. In class of 2022, don't lose the values they have instilled in you as you take your next step in your walk with Christ. Thank you.